Michigan played pretty well against Michigan State as well. As we go to number 5, still in tier number 3 for you, which is in the high-end skill sets tier. Your number 5 wide receiver for 2024 is?
Roman Wilson, Michigan. 5'11", 185, 4.39, 152. Change of direction ability is really damn good. I don't know. Hey, one of the biggest negatives with him is really just like, damn, I wish they threw the ball more and gave him more chances, because I just think if he was in one of these other offenses, we'd all go, whoa, he's definitely a first-round pick, right? I mean, really good route runner. All I kept saying, and what I said to you before the show, I kept watching and going, I feel like I'm watching Steve Smith from back in the day. Steve Smith, there's a Stephon Diggs type of vibe I get from the guy overall, right? But again, another guy where, he might not be as thick as Malik Neighbors, but has a body that I like. It's 5'11", 185 at the combine. I think he played in the 190s when he was at Michigan, or at least that's what they led me to believe when I was there in person, right? But like route running, it rivals the best in the draft in route running, okay? So he's right there with the Rome Odunzes of the world as far as being able to stick the foot in the ground, bursting out of cuts, right? Being really sharp and precise with stuff like that. Also, like a Marvin Harrison Jr. and Odunze, knows how to, like, lean people off of him, right? You're covering me man-to-man. I'm kind of pushing you this way, but I'm really just pushing this way. So, because, boom, I'm going to hit this way and just get you a little space that way, right? He's really good at all of that. He is really sudden and twitchy. I mean, really. He's as close as you get to Neighbors as far as like off the ball, jitterbug, like plant the foot in the ground, come back, right? I mean, I know I'm trying to be silly here, and if you're listening, you're going, what is he doing? Is he having a seizure on
they're used to it. They're used to it.
But yes, he has that type of quickness and jarring quickness to where DBs are like, whoa, he's coming at me fast. Let me get out of here. Oh, no, he put the brakes on. Oh, it's too late. Now he's caught the ball, and he's making you miss, right? So that's where I really like him. And I wrote that. His releases are also in the level of the top guys. When he is at the line of scrimmage, mother freaker gets off bump and runs coverage as good as anybody in the draft. It's right up there. I wrote in his releases, Neighbors, in fact, is maybe the only one better than Wilson as far as getting off the ball, different ways, doing it that way. I talked about the sticking in the foot in the ground, has inside-outside value. Another guy, too, see, to me, has more outside value than really probably Rome Odunze, because he can just blow by people. He's going to be able to release and go, and it's going to put people, let alone he can really stick his foot in the ground like Rome. But I think he's going to scare people with his ability to like, oh, no, he's going over the top. He's going deep. I better watch out here, right? So that's where he has that type of an advantage. But I think most likely, he's going to be a star, like in the slot as a slot wide receiver, right? With some outside value from time to time. But he can do it all. And then he blocks and he understands the game. Right?
Team player. The team.
Rips the ball out of the air with his hands.
That was the number one thing.
You saw that.
My film study revealed to me that I don't know that I saw one that was a better hands catcher than Roman Wilson.
Right.
He just uses his hands on everything. And the catch radius is
really impressive, right? It's bigger than the 5'11" size.
Catch it everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere. He plays like he's a 6'2" receiver. You can throw him post down the middle, and J.J. McCarthy did or whatever, and they might have been off target, and he jumps up and gets it or adjusts and does whatever.
The leaping catch with 2 minutes to go in the Rose Bowl against Alabama
was insane.
They drove down and scored that touchdown.
That's a tough catch.
That's a catch of legends right there. That'll go down as one of the best Michigan catches.
He's running kind of full speed across the field. The ball is high and almost a little behind him, and he has to like go up and get it and arches back, and he snatches it out of the ground, comes down, makes a guy miss, and then turns it up the sideline and almost scores, right? So that, to me, he's like reverse, like, how we've talked about, like, what if Justin Herbert played at Alabama? What would that look like? He's like one where I want to go, what would Roman Wilson look like if he played at Washington or something like that?
You think that, and also an NFL national scout, unnamed, according to NFL.com, quote, I don't think most people realize what he would have done in wide-open offenses like Ohio State or Washington. He's got rare speed, and you will see it more in the NFL when he's a bigger part of the passing game.
I think so. I mean, again, we talked about with J.J. McCarthy, it was like the least quarterback-friendly offense in football. It's the least wide receiver-friendly offense in football,
Do we have the stats? Have we shown those already?
It's not like...
Because Michigan still need to get wide receivers to commit to the school. So we want Roman Wilson to go as high as possible in the draft. Right. It doesn't matter what your stats are. People will find talent. But, yeah, the most he had was just last year, 789 receiving yards for Roman Wilson. I think we also have his measurables that show a elite speed guy. I'm just ripping through graphics right now, guys. Good luck.
Keep ripping them. I like
Good luck back there. But he did show the speed. But look at everything else here, though. A little tiny, little weird-looking gun for him.
Right.
Because, height and weight, he's 5'11". Weight's in the 15th percentile. Not a big wingspan, even though he does catch things everywhere.
Yep.
Arm length is small. So there are some concerns athletically if you're looking at that gun and just maybe physically. Maybe not athletically, but physically.
The size, that's what it is, right? But I think when you watch the film and then you go, damn, this guy plays a lot stronger than somebody that's 185 pounds. And then you start to go, damn, he's really crafty at the line of scrimmage. People are going to have a hard time getting their hands on him anyways. So screw that. Let alone he's strong, like I said, pound for pound. And then when you look at, the 40-yard dash and the 10-yard split time, again, the 1.52 10-yard split, and he'd be one where I would have guessed it was even faster if you watched film. I don't usually look at those times till after, or at least I've watched about 10 to 15 plays. And then I go, let me make sure what his times were. He would have been one where I was I watched 10 or 15 plays, and I went, I bet you he ran 1.49 or 1.5 flat, and it was 1.52. But watching him accelerate and do all that, again, to me, that's where, I really love the player. Has a little bit of that third down running back body, that I like, but can do it all with the ball in his hands, and has the awesome hands like you talked about. His play strength is great. His yak is really good. His route running is as good as anybody in the draft. He's got incredible hips and feet that are elite. And, to me, I wrote, he's an end of the first round, 25 to 45. Steve Smith Jr., Sr., I should say, is the guy he really reminds me of. And, of course, I got a lot of up-close looks at him in my life. Yo, homies, what's up? I know it's the off-season, but it's never the off-season on Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Me and Ahmed Fareed are going to be here for it all. We got free agency. We're going to break it all down. The draft, the rankings of positions. Of course, we're going to unpack it all. Hit subscribe, get to my free agency reactions, 2024 draft rankings, and more. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.